Good afternoon, everyone. Hope things are well. It's that moment of the season again, the international break, which means that journalists are going to publish articles, opposition fans are going to speculate and they're going to get excited. And especially Liverpool. I don't know where the Liverpool fans' confidence has came from over the last week, but they are certain they're going to sign Alexander Isak this summer. Fair enough. But we're here in this video, of course, as a Newcastle fan, I am here to tell your point of view and why I am absolutely certain we are going to keep a hold of Alexander Isak this summer. In my personal opinion, of course, for opposition fans watching, yes, I'm biased, I'm a Newcastle fan, but honestly, since the takeover, this summer transfer window, I think, is Newcastle at its strongest. I think we look as good as we possibly can do going into the summer window. Of course, we still have a season to finalise. Newcastle getting Champions League football is still much bigger than where Newcastle is now. Yes, that is, of course, true. But Newcastle, despite how the season may end for us, we still look strong no matter what. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But first off for me, guys, if you're new around here, get down there, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button as well if you're enjoying the content. Of course, this weekend it is a very busy weekend where Newcastle are going to be celebrating that Carabao Cup. So again, all the videos will be here on the channel, so make sure you don't miss any of them because there is plenty of content to get sorted now. To give you some examples of these articles that came out now, it's mainly from opposition fans, to be honest. There are still some articles. I don't like to mention them, but TalkSport's got an example here, claiming that Liverpool are willing to swap Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez for Alexander Isak. Is somebody taking the mick? Is someone honestly think we're just going to accept an offer for Joe Gomez and Kwanzaa? I mean, you're talking Liverpool's bargain bin. Are we going to accept the bargain bin for quite literally one of the world's best strikers? Isak is the world's most in-demand striker. We have a price tag of £150 million on this guy. Not to mention, I don't even think Newcastle would accept that. I think Newcastle would ask for more than that. And we've got Joe Gomez and Kwanzaa in a swap deal for Isak. There's somebody at TalkSport who's trying to wind us up with something, because honestly, that has to be the worst swap deal I've ever seen in human history. But let's talk about Liverpool first now. Liverpool, admittedly, I think probably does have the money. I think Liverpool, if they were to just fully going on Isak this summer, I reckon they do have that money. I reckon the money's lying there somewhere. Liverpool, obviously, are going to be losing a lot of players as well, so they'll be clearing wages up. I think on the FFP, they probably could double £150 million down on the player. However, that does not include the context of Liverpool as a team. Trent is leaving this summer. The likes of Van Dijk sell out of contracts this summer. There's a couple of more less important players in that team that are also running out of contracts this summer. So for Liverpool, they have to first nail down the players that they're actually keeping, because again, could lose a lot of players. Trent, they need to replace him. Still need to really probably build a better bulk in the squad. But again, I still don't think they will put £150 million down in any player. I just don't think they will. FSG's never really an ownership that will spend that much money on one player. They would probably rather spend it across a few different players. So on Liverpool's point of view, while yes, I think they can afford Isak, I don't think they're willing to put that kind of money down in Isak. So straight away, I don't think they get them. Arsenal is a much easier story. I don't think they have £150 million. I don't think they have that money. Never mind being able to put it down across in different players. I don't even think they can do that. So for Arsenal, I don't think they can afford them at all. To be honest, you've got a striker like Benjamin Sesko out there. I mean, he's absolutely dying to get out of the Bundesliga. Chance for a Premier League club, big team like Liverpool, big team like Arsenal. Again, much cheaper striker and his quality. So again, I think there are better, cheaper options out there for those teams to go for. And what's to say Isak doesn't want to leave? I mean, look at Isak's comments he's actually put out since our cup final win. Just look at the way he speaks about it. It's the best day of his life. Look at the way he speaks about Newcastle fans. I can't wait to be back in Newcastle to see the fans, to celebrate with them. And he speaks like a striker. You listen to Isak last season. I remember some of the interviews he did last season. Even when Newcastle missed out on European football, he spoke so highly about the football club. And he spoke about his hunger, wanting to achieve more. Now, Newcastle this season, regardless of how we finish in the league, we have Conference League next season. No matter what, because we have won the Carabao Cup, we have a Conference League playoff spot next season. With all due respect to, let's say we get that playoff spot, with all due respect to who's in that playoff, Newcastle should be destroying them. It'll be a very bad team. So Newcastle, again, you're basically guaranteed a Conference League group stage next season. And I think that's enough. I think that is enough for one more season, Isak. Yeah, okay, the season after that, I think Champions League, Europa League, bigger European competitions while having better players and Newcastle being further up the Premier League table, I think does start to need to be a necessity. But this season again, as long as you get some form of European football, which you've already done because of the Carabao Cup win, I think that's enough to keep your big players. I think it is. I think the players will be buzzing with that win. I think the players will know deep down, because there's a transfer window we can actually spend into. Newcastle will buy better players. Newcastle will progress more as a football club. And worst case scenario, let's say I'm wrong, let's say you wrong. We sell Isak. Oh no, £150 million coming into our budget. Again, I absolutely do not want to do that. I think it's impossible to replace a player of his quality. But again, that is so much money, and exactly the sale Newcastle would need to be able to fully take off in terms of the transfer market. Look at how Aston Villa have done since they saw Greenish. I know West Ham have been bad this season, but look at how West Ham have done since selling Declan Rice. Again, big sales kick a team off, and we absolutely do not want to sell Isak, but in a worst case scenario, it's still not a bad thing for Newcastle. We would still have an absolutely ridiculous amount of money, which we could then spend on building a much better team. But of course, keeping Isak is a priority for us. I think we will do it. I'm absolutely certain we will do it, and I want to make a video now just to kind of perhaps settle the nerves a little bit, because again, I know every single international break, you're always going to see these links, you're always going to see these people come out. And I mean, I give you another example here, Liverpool fan. IndyCar News exclusive. We can confirm Liverpool are now in direct talks with Newcastle regarding Alexander Isak. I know this guy. He works at KFC. Mate, you work at KFC. You do not have exclusive information. Alexander Isak. Honestly, this guy just chats so much crap. Every single international break, it's exclusive. Liverpool want Isak. Isak wants to go to Liverpool. No, it just hasn't happened at all. You are a liar. Stop lying to people. You are full of it. But yeah, again, Liverpool fan, yeah. Jota plus Kwanzaa and 25 million for Isak. Yeah, sure thing, but that's going to land you. I mean, some of these opposition fans are just so entitled. They just think they can walk into Newcastle and take our players off us. We're beat us in a cup final 2 weeks ago. Why is Isak going to all of a sudden want to say, I want to go to Liverpool? Yes, Liverpool would have won a Premier League title. Yes, Liverpool have Champions League football. Newcastle is not a stepping stone anymore, though. Newcastle is a progressive team, and Newcastle is a team that can compete on all fronts. And yes, Liverpool, of course, the obvious question, is Liverpool an upgrade Newcastle? Yes, it is, but it's not as big as an upgrade as it once was. It's not you're not talking this anymore. It's a lot closer. So again, it's like, he's happy here. I'm convinced he'll stay. I think Newcastle needed European football this summer. We have it no matter what because of that Carabao Cup win. I think that was enough. My personal opinion, that was the priority for us this season in terms of keeping our players for next season. We just needed European football, and because we have that, I'm certain these players will stay. Bruno, I don't think will go anywhere. Gordon, I think Gordon, actually, to be honest, might be the most likely to leave. I had to put my money on somewhere because, again, obviously he was, from what reports made it out to be, he seemed somewhat close to Liverpool last season. Again, we know he's a Liverpool fan, so that one seemed to have a lot more weight to it than any Isak links. If anyone was going to leave this summer, I reckon Gordon would probably be more likely than a guy like Alexander Isak. But again, from what reporters said, he seems quite happy. I don't think he's going anywhere. I'm absolutely certain to say that now. I'm convinced he's going to stay. Next season, okay, we'll have that conversation towards the end of the year if Newcastle's not in European football. But we are in European football. No matter what we do in the league now, I still think we need to go for Champions League football to try and improve our probabilities and help us get better players in as well. But even if it's Conference League playoff spot, I think that's enough, and we have it. So yeah, I don't think it needs to be any more than that. I think I've said what I need to say, and I think for you guys, you can have that confidence coming out of this video that we aren't going to sell our players. We aren't a selling club anymore. We don't need to sell these players. We don't have to sell these players. We can spend players because of the sales we've made in previous windows. And Newcastle, in terms of transfer windows, this is the most healthy situation we're being in. We've got nothing that we need to do. We can sit here now, put our arms behind our head like this, and we can just do this. We can just relax and just know that we aren't going to sell anyone. We don't need to sell anyone. Maybe if a player wants to go elsewhere, then we'll work around that. But again, if a player wants to stay, they're not going to go anywhere. And I can't see many players, if any at all, wanting to leave Newcastle after this season, because that was the squad that did that no other squad could do. And they've got a lot of ambition. They want to go further. They want to win more at Newcastle. They want to achieve more. That Carabao Cup, in my opinion, once you win one trophy, you can go win more trophies. I think it's that mentality thing, just getting one of them over the line. now that we've got that trophy over the line, there is nothing stopping the Newcastle team from winning more. I think we can win more major honours. I think we can go out there and I think we can do it. And players like Isak will want to be a part of that. I'm absolutely certain that these players will stay next season. Again, we'll have this conversation next season. Maybe my opinion will be different then, but I am certain now Isak is going nowhere. So I want to kind of make this video just to show you my certainty, to show you my confidence. Liverpool Arsenal fans, any opposition fans that are watching this, back off or pay the money. That's all I'm saying. Back off or put big money down, because we aren't doing anything unless that offer is there. But yeah, take care, guys. Anyway, see you on the next one, and let me know your opinions down below.